is quit.
Mm.
Is quit. I think maybe had a fallout with the management. I don't know, the owner, Damon Desmond. But anyway, here's my conspiracy theory, right? He's gonna be asked to take over um, West Ham, West Ham United, right? Because he's free
Really?
now, right? Yeah, so he's gonna be
Yeah.
asked. Yeah, this is my conspiracy theory. Watch it. If it comes through, if it comes to fruition, then yeah. So anyway,
Yeah.
he's gonna be asked to take over West Ham United. They're gonna get rid of Santos, Nuno Santos, because
You
he's not
think?
winning. He's not winning games. He's not winning games. I mean, they changed the manager to get an improvement, to change things, to get better. But he's not. I love him. I love Nuno Santos, but maybe that's not his calling. Maybe West Ham United is not his calling. Either that, or they've got some serious structural
Yeah.
problem in West Ham. And I think Brendan Rodgers, because he's managed Liverpool and Leicester City before, hasn't he? Yeah. So I think they might get him to move over to take over from Nuno Santos. I think
I
he
mean, the interesting thing is,
yeah
sorry to interrupt you there. The interesting thing is that on his departure from Celtic, and of course, if you go back, he was manager there before, wasn't he? And he was very successful there.
yeah
Which some say, well, it's not so difficult to be very successful in Scotland if you manage Celtic and used to be Rangers. I suppose they've come back to a large extent.
yeah
But when he resigned, the owner he wasted no time in absolutely lambasting Rodgers for his behaviour. For he was saying he's a toxic influence. I mean, I've never really seen such a vicious set of comments on a manager who's chosen to leave. Presumably, I don't know, maybe he left because maybe he jumped before he was pushed. I don't think things have been going so well up there. He obviously didn't get on with the owner or owners at all. But you normally expect a bit of decorum when a manager goes, whether he's sacked or whether he leaves of his own accord, which is usually the same thing anyway. And you sort of thank them for their service and you wish them well in the future, all the usual niceties. But to be so attacked and criticised by the owner, what do we know? But it leaves a slight taste in the mouth about somebody as to whether there's anything in that. Now, what the other parts of the story that have come out, which may or may not be unfair, but
yeah
apparently when he divorced his wife of, I think it was 14 years, a few years ago,
mm,
he then proposed to a lady who she worked at. I think it was Liverpool when he was manager there. She was one of the staff there. I don't know. I forget what job she had, but he took her to New York and proposed on his knee in New York. But it was like 16 days after his divorce. So whatever that may or may not have meant, I'm not here to judge anybody.
no
But that's somehow been thrown into this, that he was doing things that perhaps were a bit unusual, shall we say, which reflected on a character. I don't know. And I'm not criticising Rogers. He always struck me when you listen to him at press conferences as an intelligent guy, a decent guy. But we don't know people any more than they know us.
yeah
So anyway, what has happened? He's left Celtic under a real black cloud, and I think West Ham have their own issues in terms of their ownership with David Sullivan, I think it is, and of course the lady, I can't think of her name at the moment. Completely forgotten her name. And obviously they're in a tough situation because there's lots of criticism. There are sort of the fans are organising some protests and stuff like that. So I think structurally there may be problems there because David Gold, a joint owner with David Sullivan, he died, didn't he, a few years ago now. So I don't know. West Ham seems to be in a problem situation, and even their ground. I mean, they took on the London Stadium from the Olympics, which it was built for, and lots of
Mm.
their fans didn't want that anyway because. I know that there's not the same atmosphere there at all. It's likened to a library in terms of that, because of course you've got the sort of where the running track is around the outside. So at the ends, the players are quite a long way, the fans are quite a long way from the pitch.
Mm.
That's not too much of a feature, but no, I think there are issues there. So you may be right. Maybe they've got him lined up. How many games has Nuno actually had there? Do you know?
Oh, yeah. I think it's hard. I think he's had 3 games now. I
They
mean,
all lost. He lost them all.
I think he drew one. I can't remember which one he drew now. But they're still in the bottom. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They're still in. I think they're actually at the bottom of it. So no, they're not. They're not at 19 or 18. They're 20.
Well,
So it's
I think Wolves are 20, are they?
are they?
Because
All right.
Wolves are stuck on 2 points. I think they
All
haven't
right.
won a game.
All
So I
right.
think Wolves are bottom, but West Ham I think are
But
19th.
all right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I know Fulham
yeah,
is 17. Uh,
yeah,
Fulham is
yeah.
17. So they're kind of teetering on whether on the bottom on the relegation really Fulham. But yeah, I see what you mean. So we're gonna go into the second
Yep,
part of the show. So there's still more things to come, like the England women's game. We're going to talk
yep.
about that, and then we're going to talk about the problems with the man at the Manchester United with Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Yeah. So there's still a lot more to talk about. So please join us in the second segment, and we'll see you soon.
See you soon.